This is not how things are supposed to go in my version of the book. I got hit with something. And I said, "Wow, thanks, book." Can't deal with this. I have started All the Colours of the Dark, and I'm literally 5% in. And you know when you read a book and you're like, I know I'm going to love this book already? It just, the imagery, the language, the characters, the setting are just everything that I love. And I'm just so glad I'm reading it. What I want to say is that, do you know what I find amazing and I love, I just find it so impressive with authors? Like Chris Whitaker is a British writer, and he's writing about somewhere, I think it's in America, it's in the United States of America. But the way, and look, people from America might be like, no, you're wrong, but I've read other authors that are American, and it seems to match up quite well to how, I can't say accurate because I'm not from there, but how much I've put myself and can see myself in this scene, and it feels authentic. And he's not even from there. I mean, maybe he spent time there, but I just love how talented authors are. I'm sitting out getting a bit of sun, morningish sun, and then I'm going to get shower and ready for the day. But I just wanted to tell you my first initial thoughts of it. I'm feeling this is going to be a 5-star, but let's see. I was actually reading the first part of it, and it was that kind of writing where I loved it, but I felt like it was taking me longer to read it just by the way that it was composed. Each sentence, I'd have to just double check that I was getting the sentiment correctly. I don't know if anyone else has felt that while reading it, but basically I was almost like going back myself, because the way the sentences were structured was an unusual way that it was coherent, it was just different. And I love when I'm reading something a bit different where I have to take my time, slow myself down while I'm reading. But now I'm on to the part 2, which is probably, let's just double check what page I'm on. Page 100. Basically from page 100 you go to part 2, and straight away the writing has changed. It's another character, so of course that makes sense that the writing style's changed, but I'm also reading it a lot quicker and getting through it a lot quicker, and already so far I'm loving it. I'm only, like, as I say, 100 pages in, and I really like it. It's just, I can't believe nobody has told me to read this, and nobody has explicitly told me to read this before, because it's so my kind of book. Do you know what I mean? That I'm like, I'm just surprised, because it's obviously quite popular and it's never been recommended to me. What the fuck? The Doctor. It's so obvious, but is it that obvious? Is it too obvious? Also, why is Saint just forgotten about the Doctor? You know what I mean? He was always sus. So why did she let him out of her... I mean, I know she's literally like 13, but you know, she's a smart 13-year-old. I feel so sorry for Saint right now. Dr. Toombs is up to no good. Literally 2 minutes later, Saint has not forgotten about Dr. Toombs. She surely hasn't. No, I don't like the way this is turning. Why am I opening up chapter 86 and Misty is jumping into Patch's arms and they are having a kiss? This is not how things are supposed to go in my version of the book. Okay? No. I was just thinking to myself how much, like, my neighbours or people, like, there's builders that have been outside kind of, and I can hear them, so they can clearly hear because I have my windows open. Like, they must be like, can she play different songs? I just play I'm playing the same songs over and over again for the last 2 weeks. I will eventually get over them, but they're like, anything else? It was very short-lived, the coupling that I was annoyed by yesterday, and I was very happy when it was over. Done with that. See ya. So I needn't have fretted or even mentioned it because it was over within a few pages, basically. Loving it. Good morning. I just spent the morning reading and I want to give you an update. Oh, geez, that was close. I really need that coffee. So the couple that I didn't love, Patch and Misty, had kind of been reunited slightly or come back into each other's lives of circumstance. And I was like, do you know what? Maybe I do like them together. I was like, I actually was going to come on, but then Sean was sleeping next to me and I was going to say, you know what? I was wrong. I like them. And then a few chapters later, I got hit with something. And I said, wow, thanks, book. Just as I decided to say, I like them together. You do this to me. There was such a big reveal there. We're like finding out. And it's not really that kind of book, like reveal, plot twist. Oh my God. But it has that nice little intrigue throughout. And just something came to light. Saint made a discovery. And I'm going on to the next page, guys. I just got to keep reading. I want you to take me for ice cream at Lazy's. Fuck my life. Every time she'd say that, I was like, why is nobody going to Lazy's with her now? Didn't think I was going to cry in this book. There we go. I can't deal with this. So we've just had a reveal to do with Dr. Toombs, and it's funny because it's actually my first initial thoughts when everything went down with him, that I was like, I thought it was going to come out that this was what he was doing, and it is actually what he was doing. And I was like, no, that's too obvious. And also it's like, was that still happening in the 70s and 80s? Clearly it was, or the 70s, which I thought was crazy. I finished it last night, guys. 5 out of 5. The last sentence like broke and healed my heart all at once. Oh, I really wasn't expecting to like it that much, and I loved it. And I loved how it was like this generational tale about friendship, love, loss, but also being a thriller, or sort of thriller. I mean, I think it's classified as a thriller, but it's not your usual thriller to me anyway. But I really liked it, and even the thriller part of it was brilliant as well, even though it wasn't my favourite part of the whole book. It just was nice to keep up a little bit of intrigue throughout. As soon as I talk. Five Guys, I really enjoyed that, and yeah, I mean, somebody give me more recommendations like that, and maybe I should read some more of his books. I'd never heard of him before. I remember a few booktubers recommending The Forevers maybe back in the day. Am I wrong? But I've never read his books before, so let me know if anyone's read his books, if I should read the other ones or will I be let down. I don't know if I should go into any more detail. I don't feel like I gave major spoilers. I definitely gave hints of spoilers, so this isn't going to be a spoiler-free vlog. And if you've watched this far, sorry. No. I'll write it in the title, obviously. Why do I feel really awkward and weird? Ugh, guys, I'm going into the office now. That's the end of that one. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.